is showing. Let's see. I think the video is live. Yes, the video has been live for 11 seconds. I'm going to try to see if I can get some people on. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to reach out to you guys real quick and let you know some of the fire that has come out in recent history. We did show you guys where there were thousands of judges who have now been shown to trample their oath and to break the law. So this report came out on, I believe, June 30th, 2020, just the other day. We found that it came out through Reuters, Yahoo News, and another news joint. And please share this on Facebook. I need you guys to share this on Facebook and tag me. It is breaking news, okay? Breaking news. So what happened is that we find that thousands of judges have been said to break the law, right? So in their cases, if they break the law, they're committing felonies, they're committing treason, they're trampling the people's rights, and now it is acknowledged. Now, I'm telling you this is being acknowledged because there's so many people who are teaching the law and showing the truth now that the courts have no leg to stand on. It's known that they're using jurisdiction that does not apply to the people. If you go back and you look at the Virginia, I think it was 1705 articles that they did of association, you're going to find that when they came out with their laws, they said that they were not going to deal with any slavery. They were associating together, and they were upset because England was causing a situation where they were using admiralty law outside of its confines. So they were taking admiralty law from the water and then trying to run cases on American ground. And what happened is that the people got upset or whatever. They separated from the king. You know, they separated from England. Now, why is this important? It's important because the same thing is happening today. The bar members and the judges have been using administrative law, that's admiralty, and they have been using it against the people, stealing the people's property, stealing the people's kids, stealing child support money in private business contracts that they're involved in with the Fed. Now, it's really deep because we got another bombshell report that just came out. You can see in the description the link to the video. To the article. You're going to find that it has now come out that, hey Cheryl, somebody share this with me on my Facebook, please, and tag me so I can get this out to everybody. Also share this all over so people can see it. Bombshell report. It has now been found out that a new court has come out on the 30th. It was reported in the news on the 30th, same day of June, that fit parents hold what they call the best interest. Now, you won't find best interest anywhere in the law, but the court came out and said that it is presumed that fit parents know what's in the best interest of their child, not the court. All right. So something is happening, guys, where they are seeing that we are coming hard as heck and breaking down their law, showing the fraud. Now, it's so crazy that on the same day that they told that thousands of judges were breaking the law and trampling the Constitution and their own oaths to those constitutions, at the same time, they've come out and said, look in the description, that fit parents, the right to have their children and know what's in their best interest and all that stuff, is presumed to be in the fit parent, not the court. Now, this fit parent garbage, if you have a parent that's present in the little one's life, the little one is part and parcel to that mother or father under the common law, the real law. And what's happening is that these people have tried to trick you into believing that they have some jurisdiction to tell you that it's not in the best interest of your kid to be with you, and then they allow some silly CPS worker who don't know the law, who the attorneys are purposely not teaching them so they can have cases, right? And these judges are trampling their oath and going against the Constitution by allowing these people to take your kids without due process of law, without right, without you going to prison for some crime that you committed. You killed somebody, you did something crazy. They're looking and saying, we have concerns, so we're going to take your kids and we're going to get this court to tell us that it's in the best interest for us to take your kids. Best interest of your kid for us to take them. The court has come out and said, no. You don't have the power as a court to say what's in the best interest of a fit parent's kid. Now, this fit parent junk, they don't even get the ability to determine if you're a fit parent by what they think or their concerns. You have to be prosecuted beforehand and shown to have committed a murder, some rape, some bad activity that's going to get you put in prison for them to say there's nobody to watch the kids and you're not capable, right? So they're just making this stuff up. They're saying, oh, the kitchen doesn't have enough faucets. You don't have enough soap in your bathroom. You got too many dishes in the sink, therefore you can't have your kids. These people have been running a scam in something that is not a court. Chris Hallett easily tells it when he says that that fraud on the court is not somebody putting a fraudulent document in the court or lying. Fraud upon the court is the judicial machinery of the court not working as it should, being a judicial body and independent and fair. So the whole CPS court is being paid by the executive branch and the federal together. They cannot be fair. They cannot function as a judicial court should because they've put together the powers of executive, legislative, and judicial. So they have actually went above and beyond what their power was, which was granted in the Constitution. In the state constitution, it lets you know that there must be a separation of powers between the judiciary, the executive, and the legislative. They have let the legislature write out rules for tribunals. Then what they do is they get the executive to send out agents and to act like they have authority over the people as if they could be given judicial authority from the legislature. Then they work with the judicial branch by hiring the whole court to be part of a program and all the staff of the court. You can see that in Title 42, USC 674, Payments to States. This is not legal advice. This is just us talking about the law and what's going on, right? Now, what you will, and for education purposes only, what you will see is that they are tricking the parents into being concerned and worried about trivial things that have nothing to do with the law, nothing to do with people's rights, nothing to do with the common law, which is why Trump made his executive order. Excuse me. Trump made his executive order to deal with the fact that the people's voices weren't being heard. If the people's voices are not being heard, you know darn well the cases cannot be by the common law because the common law protects the rights of the people. So when government agencies want to attack the people, they cannot use statutes and codes. Those are for statutory persons. See, this idea of obligors and custodial parents are what they create in statute to attack. You are a man or a woman, one of the people. You are not a statutory obligor. You are not a statutory. They're creating a class of persons to attack. If you go look at the Christian black codes, right, in states, what they would do is they would create something called a slave or a something like a indentured servant, right? But they're not dealing with you as one of the people. So there were actually people during the time of slavery who were chocolate color and filthy rich, right? Filthy rich, work with white people. Anthony Johnson is one of them. There were several, including some women that were filthy rich, owned land just like any free man would. Now, the thing is that all men are free and independent. So once you say that a black a person of color is a man or one of the people, you automatically should be following the Constitution. But what they're doing is creating a status to attack. Oh, your socioeconomic status is that of a slave. Therefore, we can enslave you. It's the same thing with these courts. They call you an obligor. They call you a non-custodial parent. And then they say, well, now that we have a non-custodial parent or a defendant in the room rather than one of the people, we can destroy them by attacking them. Okay? So what I'm letting you guys know is a new article just came out. Check the article. Somebody please click on the article, share it on your page, tag me, David Jose, so we could talk about it. I had this idea. What if every single parent said they wanted a trial by jury, not a jury trial. Trial by jury is two different things. Trial by jury means the jury of your peers does the judging. They are the judges. Jury trial just means a jury is there. So the thing is, we should all be doing trial by jury. I think Martin Lynch in Arizona has been doing trials by jury, and it's catching them up. It's getting ugly. Now, guys, I have had some good success. We've had a lot of kids back. I'm going to do a video today if you guys wish for me to do it. I'm blocked on Facebook. But I'm going to do a video showing how none of your adopted kids are adopted by the common law. They're only adopted by statutory stuff, which does not belong with the people. When you deal with the Republican with the people, oh, much love, Sherry. I know I'm happy you dropped that fire and put that in there because the idea is correct and I want to address it or whatever, but we got to love each other and take care of each other. So thank you for reminding us of that, because that's very important to talk about the jury and to take action. That's another thing about Sherry, that she's big into taking action, into doing something and telling people to do something and encouraging people to do something. She encourages me as well. And that's what we have to do. We have to do something. See, because we've been standing up for this last month or so, talking about the common law, breaking it down into plain English, the courts realize they can't just keep making the same judgments. They can't just keep stealing people's kids. So now they have to talk to you and tell you what they're doing wrong. So they're telling that they're stealing kids. They're telling that they're lying on people. They're telling that fit parents, which any mother or father walking around is considered fit until they do a crime that shows that they're not fit and they're going to prison. All right. So let's stop playing these games like a court can just say, and this is a private tribunal. This ain't even a court of record. But these courts are going around talking about, well, the social worker said that you're not fit because you're not taking your mental illness pills and you ain't never had mental illness. The court said that you had, the CPS worker said you had 5 dishes in the sink. Therefore, you're not fit. You didn't take out the trash today. You're not fit. You're sick. You're not fit. You don't look healthy. You're not fit. Guys, it's all the same freaking thing. Try to go out and come back in. I got perfect signal right now. But I need you guys to share this like crazy. Tell me if you understand this. The court has now come out. See, guys, they have to come out telling the truth when they realize we're catching them. The court has come out and said that best interest is not possessed with the court. Now, I can explain this to y'all when it comes to police power or policy power or public government power. When it comes to like Blackstone, who wrote powerful things, as it was put out on the 30th. It's in the notes. So in the description of this video, you can actually see where I put the link to the article. And there was also one idea for you guys the other day that told that thousands of judges have been proven to have trampled their oath, which is a felony, which is treason, and have not followed the law. They broke the law. So in cases all over the place, they've been breaking the law. This is important to you guys. Here's why. A lot of people have run in and arbitrarily told y'all that they could take your kids and adopt them out when they never had the authority to take them. I showed you guys with my affidavits that I prove that in ASFA, they never had authority to just arbitrarily take kids. In Social Security Act, they are not allowed to just go and take kids because they want to provide provisions for them. The only authority they have is when kids are in the system is to take care of them. So what the judges have been allowing CPS to do is they've been allowing them to go steal kids. And then once they're in the possession of the state, they say, oh, well, They're in our possession now, so I'm not going to put them back just in case CPS erred. But the judges aren't telling that they're working under a private system where they're contracted with Title IV under Title 42, 674, payment to states. Tom Gibbons just hit it. I love Tom. We need to file a redress to our federal government as they are complicit in the funds that states are vying for every day. Vying for it. That's a word that I don't know, but I guess it means they're trying to get. He didn't hit me with some dang education. Right? So the thing is that these players are making money directly off the cases, and a judge under his canon is not allowed to make money off his own case. If he benefits in the case, he can't make money, right? He can't have a direct financial outcome for the case or even indirect with his family. Well, we see like in Arizona where the federal judge, his wife works in the juvenile court in Maricopa County. And the cases that he gets seems to be cases where parents are fighting CPS. He ends up with the cases. All these conflicts of interest. So guys, I promise you, they know that they have broken the law. They know they've committed treason. They know we know. They've watched our videos. I got attorneys and judges coming on my stuff all the time, watching. Sometimes they're even, cocky enough or strong enough, because some of them are doing it for the right reason, to come watch and to speak up. But guys, I'm telling you, look at this article. Please tag me in the article on your page so it goes on my page and I'm going to accept it. Guys, I'm telling y'all, we are in a very good place. We are knocking this thing down. They know that we've been exposing them. They know we've exposed the common law. There's no way they can get around it. So please let it be known that a court case came out that let it be known that the court does not have jurisdiction to say what the best interest of a child is versus a parent. So no court has the power to say that CPS is right. It's in the best interest of your kid to take them. And I'm telling y'all why they're telling this. They're telling this now because they've seen our affidavits. They know dang well we're coming after them. They know dang well we're exposing them. And there's nothing that they can do about it. It applies to family court because the family court tries to split up time between you and your ex or whoever and say that it's in the best interest of the child for you not to see him. If you didn't get prosecuted and go to prison for trying to kill him, how the freak is somebody telling you without a jury that they got the ability to take your kid and give him to somebody else? Troxel versus Granville showed the same thing. A grandmother doesn't even have the power to petition for time with your kid. If you read that case that just came out on the 30th, the report, the article, you're going to see. You are going to see that I've been showing y'all this in the affidavit. I've been telling y'all this for some time. It is 100% true. It's not my own knowledge. I asked God for it. He gave it to me. So I ain't better than nobody else. God has allowed us to see the truth. Victory is coming and we're about to have all of our kids back. We are about to uproot this system and turn it on its head because we are showing the truth and expressing things by affidavit that they cannot deny. Congrats to Michael Cadena. Michael Cadena just helped the family that he showed. He went into court, the court with, or the clerk, to help and to drop in some documents and some affidavits. The client that, or should I say the member of Michael Cadena's private association that helps each other, got the case dismissed. So Michael Cadena just showed, once again, he put in affidavits and different documents, challenged the jurisdiction, case dismissed. I don't want to hear all this foolishness. Now, they're not going to come out and say, we dismissed this case because of the affidavit you put in and all the jurisdiction and the truth so you can tell everybody else to beat us. They don't work like that. They want to commit fraud and they don't want nobody to know. When you show them the truth and start exposing it, they want to fall apart and let the case go. So the thing is, guys, I'm going to prove to you later on today that all of these cases where they just arbitrarily took your kids and said they had a reason and sent them to somebody else, they never had the jurisdiction to do it, which is proven in this case that is in the comments, in the description. And I'm going to show you with the common law and the statute that they deprived you of your kids and they had no power under the common law. And I may even get somebody from the judiciary in Georgia, in their own words, to tell you the whole statutory scheme that says that they could take your kids and adopt them out or do whatever. They don't have to give them back, or if you were on drugs, they could keep them forever. I will show you guys without the shadow of a doubt that they never had the power to do that, and that even the judges say the whole statutory scheme that does that is unconstitutional. It is a fraud, guys, and they have been getting away for too long, and we're showing the truth and we're getting them, and it's game the freak over. Okay, no more games. So I love the heck out of y'all. Share this like crazy. This is important information. We are having massive victory. The system is collapsing and falling. They're using fraud and trickery to make up things about people and to steal their kids, and that junk is done for. So let's make it happen, y'all. Let's kick some butt. Let's win. Let's have joy. Let's have peace. It's game over. Why do they want people's kids? Why are they ruining families? Oh, Sean Goodspeed. The reason they're doing that is because if you look up under Title 42, 674 payments to states, you're going to find that there is a financial incentive for them to administrate a program. If you look in Arizona Constitution, Declaration of Rights, Section 2, Article 2, Section 3, you're going to find where it is a possibility for the state's personnel to work together in a federal action or program, and they can do it for profit. So what's happening is they can't deny you as a grandma. You're part of the bloodline. You're part of the family. They only did that because you didn't understand they don't have power or jurisdiction. And they make a ton of money. Yes, Sherry. They make between 80 to 140,000 per kid they take. And they're not telling anybody in the world. They're like, oh, we just take care of kids. We love kids. They're not telling they make money off of every kid they take. So when the Fed told them, if you got kids in foster care, you can make money to take care of them, they said, the bar attorneys are like, look, how do we make more money? Take more kids. So let's find reasons to take kids. Let's have commissioners who are not judges, right? Let's have commissioners write these so-called orders or sign them inside of an executive branch private entity court and tell them to go snatch them up and take them. So what's happening is they're telling these people that you have the power to go take kids. They're telling police you have the power to go take kids. Well, the problem is kids are in the private with families, right? They have a private association, private familial bonds that the state cannot interfere with, okay? But they're not telling the people. So what they're doing is they're saying, oh, well, you got a social security card and a social security number, we could take your kid. No. If you have a social security card and a social security number, they could take the social security card and they could take the birth certificate. They cannot take your flesh and blood kid. They cannot if you don't want them to. Okay, vying definition is a verb if someone or something vying or striving in competition or rivalry with another contention. Thank you. So thank you so much for the schooling. So guys, what's happening is we have exposed so hard what they're doing. And see, last week when I put out the information showing that we were going to get them this week with the affidavit giving them notice and going after some very high players to destroy what they're doing for giving them money, that's when my Facebook, minutes later, got shut down. And it got shut down off a video from over a month and a half ago. No right to due process in the hospital. Oh yeah, hospitals are in collusion. They get paid. You can join me here on YouTube. You can subscribe. Also, Susan Cobb on YouTube has videos of mine. Michael Cadena, Cadena, has videos of mine. On my Facebook, David Jose, you can do it. We all need to post our cases public. No, see, Monica, they might try to arrest you if you post the cases public because they're in the private. They have private memberships. I'll give you this for you guys to go look up. Look up National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges. It's the oldest membership association in America, and they actually are running cases. the courts are not running your cases. They are using a membership organization of courts to run your cases. Now, this is a problem because you'll go to that court and they'll say, well, I got jurisdiction over you because you're here. Now, they already stole your kid. And what they're doing is they're trafficking you into their associations and saying, oh, you're part of the association, so we get to make a judgment because you're a defendant in our private court. They won't tell you that. But if you go to National Council of Juvenile Family Court Judges, you'll find that they're the membership organization running cases. Now, they're not going to tell you about the running cases part there. You got to go to a scholarly journal article that I'm going to read to you guys. It's called Filling the Due Process Donut Hole in Dependency. And the man named Gupta created that article. It's a scholarly commons article. And you're going to see, I think on page 23, where it says that the neglect and abuse cases are being ran by the National Council of Juvenile Family Court Judges. So they got a membership association running cases, and the state is allowing them to do it, and the courts have no power over you. As a matter of fact, somebody attacked me and said, David, you left your kids, you left the court case. I said, first of all, they said, you got your rights severed. First of all, the state can't diminish the rights of the people. That's Hurtado versus California case. Look it up. The state cannot diminish the rights of the people. So what they do is they try to make you a statutory name. They create a name of a person or business, right, called obligor in child support, or they call you non-custodial parent in CPS courts, right? They make up a name and then they attack the name. So rather than saying, look, I could clearly see you right here in front of us as one of the people, they'll say there's no parent present, like nobody's here, to take care of the kid. You're a freaking liar. I'm right here in front of your face as one of the people. But as I realized that they were running courts that were not courts of record, I automatically went and did a habeas corpus by affidavit in the Supreme Court, where I took all their evidence and put it in the Supreme Court case where it'll be public so I can always have a record. So when it's time to go back and arrest everybody, it's there. So when the trolls talk junk, like this lady who I think might be the one who has my kids, she said, your kids, what did she say? She said, you left your kids. You didn't want to have them. I'm like, you're an ignorant fool if you believe that. Because I love my kids and I'm fighting because I love my kids. And I've done the process that I've done and I got the award that I got to get my kids back because I love my kids. But the thing is that I'm not going to sit here and let everybody else have their kids attacked and lose their kids and have people raping their kids and care and all this stuff and allow that to go down because some fake court, right, that I proved was a fake court on video. I showed you in the Administrative Procedures Act that an executive branch entity cannot hold court. It is not possible. So when Health and Human Services in the federal works through and contracts with state personnel to do a federal program called, the CPS or a neglect and abuse court, whatever you want to call it, right? When they want to do that, it does not exist as a court. It is a legislative tribunal that has no jurisdiction to do what it's doing by taking people's kids. And once the state personnel partners with them, they become people working in an individual capacity. That's why the court decision can say that best interest of some child is presumed to be with the fit parent, not a freaking court. There is no way that you can go petition to a court and say, give me that person's kid. Give me that man or woman's kid because I don't think they're better than me or they're good. Come on, man. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Now we're making it so plain that they have to deal with it and they don't like it. They don't like the idea that we have made it clear, plain, and just right there. Now, here's another thing. Another thing that they're doing wrong is that they're saying that they have some police power to take your kids. Well, one thing you're going to realize is that police power is the same thing as what they used to call polity power, which is like policy, or they used to call it good public government. It is only for the public. You'll see Blackstone tells that the police power is for public issues. When you're in the public, your house is your private domain, right? Your membership associations are private domain. So these people are lying, committing a fraud, trampling the state constitutions, and it's game over and it's done. So if you like this video, please give me some feedback. Let me know if it made sense. Share it with everybody. Please tag it on my Facebook page so I can accept it. Please share it with the world and let's get this word out and let's stop this junk, y'all. It's game over for it and we're going to finish it up and we're going to rock their world, right? So let's also over this weekend, I want to get together an affidavit or documents to let them know that we know that they're breaking the law and get it out to them so that we can put them on notice in a massive and powerful way. So get together everybody who got their kids lost, every group that shows that people have gotten their kids lost, and let's make it happen. All right. I will catch you guys later. Y'all stay out of trouble. Peace.